What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chillin with Friends, and today's episode 17. And thanks for being here with me. Last day of February, and like I said last week, dude, time just goes by so fast. It's ridiculous. So, hopefully, you checked this week and you did something productive with it because either way, we're not getting that week back. First thing I want to talk about today is sports, of course. News in Bronco land. This week is the combine. And, the draft is huge. It's crazy how in the NFL, there's like two distinct seasons. Of course, there's a regular season where you have, all the games and the playoffs and the championships. But, as soon as that's over, if you're a hardcore fan, if you're a nerd like me, the second season starts, which is the off season. You find out who you're going to keep on your team. You restructure contracts, you sign new free agents. You know, that's a huge thing. And then, of course, the draft is huge because that's where teams are built. If something about John Elway that's kind of been frustrating for sure. He's been here for a good bit, and his draft, he's been real hit or miss. He's way better at drafting defensive players than he is offensive players. Last year, he finally got a couple good ones. He got Cortland Sutton and Deshaun Hamilton and Royce Freeman. Those guys are all pretty good. He wishes he could take credit for Philip Lindsay, but he didn't draft him, but he really should have. He got lucky on that one. We all did as Bronco fans. But like I said, the offseason is its own thing. So the combine is where you really get to see how crazy athletic all these dudes are, which is cool. You see their 40 time, the cone drill, the bench press, their vertical, all the, just the athletic stuff. But as far as getting to know who they are, you really don't get a chance to do that because each team gets 30 interviews and each interview lasts 15 minutes. And honestly, you're not going to find out much about a person in 15 minutes. It's if you're a player, if you can't show your best face in a 15-minute interview, then you're pretty silly. So, and as far as the team goes, you're not going to find out their demons or, if they're a good or bad guy. It's like I said, every player's kind of you're going to hide it. If you're in an interview, of course, you're going to put your best face on and you're not going to show, whatever your flaws. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. It's always fun to see how fast and ridiculously strong these people are. I've never done it before, but I've always wanted to see how fast my 40 time would be. Because, fast in the NFL is like 4.2, 4.3. That's like ridiculous fast. But even like linemen, like people who are 6'6, 6'8, over 300 pounds are running a 40 in like 5 seconds. Like, if I can't beat them, like, I don't know. It's either saying something about me or saying how ridiculous they are. Because, to run a 40 in 5 seconds and to be that big is freaking ridiculous. And they're putting up 225 on the bench press, like, over 25 times. And that's, it's like, damn, dude. No wonder they get paid so much. They're athletic freaks. So we'll see what comes out of that. John Elway had a press conference yesterday, Wednesday, and he was talking about a few things. They're going to bring back Emmanuel Sanders and Derek Wolfe. I thought they would. I didn't think that they were going to get rid of him. I have real mixed feelings about Emmanuel Sanders as far as a person. But it's not my job to like him as a person, As far as a football player, he's a beast. He's really good. I've always, we've all seen it. When he catches the first down, he's going to get up and boom, first down. You know what I mean? And I like the attitude. It's cool. But who he is off the field, I don't know. He's not my favorite. He's kind of arrogant. I mean, but that's wide receivers, wide receivers. I don't know what it is about receivers, but they can't help being a diva. And that's who that guy is. But he's talented. So we're keeping him. We'll see if we keep him long term or is it just this year? I don't know. But Derek Wolfe, I like Derek Wolfe. I'm just a little worried about his injuries. He's had that neck injury that he was dealing with all last year and I think the year before too. So I love his talent, but, does he still have it? And I hope so for all of us, So that's a couple. They're not going to, they might resign Paradis, the center. I don't know. I want them to. I sound pretty sure about that, huh? But I don't know what I want him to do. He's good. It's rare that you find a lineman that's good, especially for the Broncos. It's rare that you find anyone good on offense when you're drafting people, but we drafted him 4 years ago and he's been really good. And I think if he didn't, I think it was an Achilles injury he suffered, but If he didn't suffer that this year, this dude's gonna get paid. He would have got paid big time. He still might get paid by somebody because he's gonna go out there and see what he can get from other teams. So he might still get paid. But if he didn't get hurt, that dude would have been super paid, no question about it. And so I hope the best for him as far as getting all the money he can. But I also want him back on the Broncos because he's good. But I also don't want to overpay for him, So we'll see what happens with that. In the draft, we're picking number 10. I don't want a quarterback this year. Next year, I said this last week too. This year's not the year for quarterbacks. I've heard good things about Drew Lock, and if he's there at 10, it's a little tempting. But I want to wait till next year. Let's see. I want to give up the farm next year. Like, let's give up whatever we got to get one of those 3 quarterbacks. Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jacob Fromm from Georgia. Those are the 3 quarterbacks I want next year. But anyway, this year at 10, I want defense. I like John Elway's approach as far as that goes. He may not be able to pick people on offense, but he's pretty good at defense most of the time. So if Devin White is there, the linebacker from LSU, we need to snatch him up. I would love that move. Greedy Williams, the cornerback, I would love that. DeAndre Baker, another cornerback, I would like that move. I don't know much about him, but Alfred Williams, the guy on the radio that I listen to, he really likes Ed Oliver. He's a defensive tackle out of Houston, and Alfred Williams played defensive line for the Broncos and for the CU Buffs in the 90s. So if he likes a defensive lineman, I trust him. So Ed Oliver, if he's there too, I wouldn't be mad at that pick. But I just don't want a quarterback, man. I don't. I think even if we draft one, we need to build a team, I don't know. Whatever. So defense all the way, Broncos, that's it for this week. Rockies, dude. Super big news. Wearing the hat today. They signed Nolan Arenado, extended him with an 8-year, $260 million contract. And dude, I couldn't be more excited about it. This last couple podcasts when I've talked about it, I wasn't mad, but I was kind of just wasn't sure what he wanted, I thought he surprised me, actually. I really thought he was going to be one of those guys who, kind of, the Rockies have a stigma about him as far as, kind of Colorado does in general. People on the East Coast kind of just overlook us, and people on the West Coast think they're the shit, and they're not paying attention to us. And that's especially for baseball. They always talk shit about, we're at altitude, and if you're a good player here, they kind of discount you because, oh, he's playing at altitude. Whatever, bitch, man. If you're good, you're good. And people knew Nolan was the shit, and he is the shit. But anyway, I was kind of nervous about him wanting to be here if the Rockies were going to pony up the money. Last week I was talking about how 10-year contracts have always kind of blown my mind. You're signing a guy now for 10 years, but in year 8, 9, 10, what kind of player are you getting? So the Rockies, they kick ass, man. I love the new direction that they're going. They paid him $260 million, so that's $32.5 million a year, and that's fair. That's what he deserves. That's what he was going to get paid on the open market. So they stepped up and they gave him a player out after 3 years. So when he's 30, if the Rockies aren't winning, if he's just not happy with the situation, he can get out of it. So I thought that was a good move on both ends, on as far as Nolan goes and as far as the Rockies go. Because I'm sure, when they offered that to him, he's like, all right, cool. I just think it was a great deal for both sides. Nolan got paid. He deserved it. The Rockies, made it work. They made it happen. And fuck yeah, dude. Nolan's going to be here. I hope he's here for the whole 8 years. Because like I've always said, I love homegrown talent. When you draft a person and they grow and you get to watch them and, they're here for the whole career or, a huge chunk of it, it's badass. And I love it. So Nolan being here is freaking kick ass in my book. And I can't wait to go to a Rockies game this year. And they're going to be good. I think they're going to at least make the playoffs. That's my expectation. We need to win. Of course we do, but we need to get in the playoffs, of course, and we need to win a series or two. So that's my expectations as far as that goes. And the Nuggets. Let's talk about the Nuggets. They play tonight. It's Thursday, like I said. They're playing the Jazz tonight. And dude, they've won 2 in a row. I think I watched them both, and I'm glad that they came out of the break and stayed consistent. Sometimes you in baseball or basketball or hockey, you get on the All Star break and you kind of come back and you're flat. But not the Nuggets. They've won a couple in a row, and we'll see if they win tonight. That's my prediction. They win tonight, but hopefully I'm not a curse to them. I doubt it. But that'll be fun. And what else? Avalanche. Still haven't paid attention. Kind of know what's going on. I know they're back in the playoff picture at least, and that's good for them. Hockey is different. When you make it to the playoffs, you can win the whole thing as an 8 seed. If you get hot, hockey is really about goaltending. Just kind of, sports have their thing. Hockey, if you have a hot goaltender, you're going to win. In football, if you have a hot quarterback, you're going to win. In baseball, if you have a pitcher that can shut everybody down, you're going to win. You have the best chance to win at least. So in hockey, if they make the playoffs, they have a chance, and that's cool. So I hope the Avs make the playoffs, and away we go with that. Anyway, let's switch gears a little bit, and let's talk about, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it didn't shock me because Robert Kraft is kind of a, I don't know what I want to call him. Not sleazy, but he's just done some stuff, He's done all the Spygate stuff. He just, whatever he is. I don't know what word to use, but he got caught in that sting where they, busted a rub and tug over there in Florida. And I guess he went in there. They caught him going in there twice, but you don't just show up to a place. And this little massage parlor, whatever, was like in a strip mall. That wasn't the first time he's been there, the first time he got caught, but that wasn't the first time he's been there. So he got busted. He's getting a bunch of shit for that. And I hear people saying, what should happen to him? Should he? Because if this was a player, everyone would be pissed. They treat players different, of course. But if you're an owner, shouldn't you be held to an even higher standard? Like you own the team, dude. So I don't know. He got busted. The worst part is, I guess going into a massage parlor like that is not a huge deal for me. Like I'm not judging him. But the worst part is those girls that were in there were like sex traffic victims. And that's the worst part. You can't, I don't know if he knew. I doubt he knew, but still, that's what makes the story real bad. Like he got caught. He's a dude in his like mid 70s, he was lonely. Whatever happened, he needed, some love apparently. And I don't know. I don't know what should happen to him. Should he be forced to sell his team, or should he just get a slap on the wrist and kind of just skate by? I think they might make him sell the team. I don't know if they will. I don't know. I don't know if that seems a bit harsh because, like I said, the sex trafficking part is the worst thing that out of this whole story, So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And other news I saw, I don't know if you guys know who he was. I kind of did know who he was, but Brody Stevens, he's a comedian, and he killed himself this last week, and that was sad. The crazy part for me finding out was I watched this podcast called Tinfoil Hat with Sam Tripoli. He's another comedian, and he was about an hour in, just doing his show. It's like a conspiracy show, and it's cool. I like it. And he was watching it, and it was like an hour in, and he got a call from some lady, and he, just being silly. He's like, "Hey, what's up? You're on the show, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Have you heard about Brody?" And he kind of didn't get it at first. And he's like, "Well, just talked about this and that." And she's like, "Dude, did you hear about Brody?" And he's like, "No, what happened? Is it bad?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Fuck." He didn't know what it was. But then he got off the phone with her, and the producer looked up, what had happened. And he's like, "Dude, Brody killed himself." And it's like, to watch him find out was weird for me. It was just, a weird moment. It was just like, shit, man. Because I didn't expect it either. I didn't know what was going to happen. But it was weird to watch someone find out that their friend did that, It was sad. And I've been watching I always watch a lot of podcasts. So to hear everyone talk about him and the way that, how fond they were of him was, pretty amazing. He was apparently a good guy, and he was funny. I watched some of his stand-up. He is funny. He was on The Hangover. He was the cop, and I didn't know that. But, mental health is a real thing, man. I don't know what it's like, so I can't speak on depression or what that feels like. And sometimes I feel kind of bad because I can't relate to people that way. But I know a lot of people go through it, and it sucks, man. It's a real thing, and it's crazy that even when you get help or whatever, you get help, you have a lot of friends, and that whole thing, sometimes it's still not enough. Sometimes for them, I guess it's the only choice that they feel is appropriate, and that sucks for everybody around them. But at the end of the day, it was their choice. You want to help people, but sometimes you can't, and that's just life. It sucks. But shout out to Brody Stevens because everybody loved you, dude. Apparently, that's what I'm hearing, and it sucks that he went through that, but everyone's got their own journey, unfortunately, sometimes. All right, well, on that note, I want to spotlight our first. What do I want to call it? Am I spotlighting someone, or is it the spotlight? Am I putting something in the spotlight? Okay, well, let's just say I am putting a band that I know in the spotlight right now. So Demented is a band that I met, I want to say like a year ago. They're pretty young dudes. I want to say like 18 or 19. So they call themselves Daddy Rock. And I guess that just means like, Metallica, thrash, older thrash kind of stuff. As far as I know, it's 4 dudes. It's Dylan Hart. He's a good drummer. I like him. He's a really nice guy. Diego Perez, also a really nice guy, plays bass. Will Perkins is a guitarist, and he's really good. I like him a lot too. And I believe their vocalist is Colin Bradley. They're a cool band. They have, as far as I know, I've heard it. They have their, I think it's an EP. They have an EP out on YouTube, but I'm sure it's also on their page. I'm sure they're on Spotify or, I'm sure they're on all the music platforms. So if you want to give them a listen, please do. I encourage you to do that. And they play a lot of shows. If you are ever in the mood to go see a local band, I recommend you go see them. Go to their Facebook page, give them a like. And like I said, just look at their page. I guarantee they'll be promoting a show because, like I said, they play a lot. They are road warriors, local road warriors at least. And if you want to see some metal, some rock, they are definitely a band I recommend you go see. And yeah, that's a spotlight for now. Demented. All right, we're back. And dude, I don't know why, but I am a podcast junkie. I can't help it. And yesterday, Joe Rogan had Alex Jones on, which I was surprised to see because, I get alerts on my phone or whatever because he streams them live and they're fun to watch live or, later. But I got this notification and it was like Alex Jones returns, and I was like, what? Because I don't know if you know, but there's it wasn't Joe Rogan as much as it was Alex Jones. There was a beef between him or whatever. And they were just going back and forth. And I don't watch InfoWars or what's the other one? News Wars? I don't know. He has a couple websites or whatever, but I don't watch what he does. I don't mind him, but he's just, when I see videos of him, they make him look crazy. Like, I know he's also a little bit crazy, a lot crazy, but they make him look ridiculous. So he was making videos talking shit about Joe Rogan. He's like, I talked to Jesus, and Jesus told me to take down Joe Rogan. And I said, yes, sir, Jesus, I will take down Joe Rogan. So, oh my God, dude, when I saw that video, I was like, Jesus Christ, man. And he's just kind of crazy in general. Like, they turned the freaking frogs gay. Like, he just says ridiculous shit. Interdimensional baby eaters. Like, oh, fucking Alex Jones, man. But anyway, so he went on Joe Rogan yesterday. They made up. They're friends again, whatever. And like halfway through, let's say, he had Eddie Bravo on. If you don't know Eddie Bravo, he's a jiu-jitsu like expert. He has his own school. He teaches people. He's also a musician, which I like about him. I guess since he's been, like a teenager, he's been, I think he's a drummer in a band. He's just a musician. He likes making music. He still makes music, and I think that's pretty dope. But anyway, he's also big into conspiracies and shit. He's one of the big flat earth people. And dude, I can't buy flat earth. Like, I'll listen to all the crazy shit because it doesn't hurt me to listen and think about it, I don't want to be fed things and told what to believe, but I'm also not gonna flip what I think just because I saw a YouTube video or whatever. I think things you need to look into them. Like I said, I don't think anyone should just buy what they're being given because people, especially the government, lies, dude. They lie straight to us and they don't care. They don't. Why would they care? And it's not like we call them on it either. They lie, and then if it comes out like in 20 years, like shit that they did 20 years ago is coming out now. And yeah, it's declassified and we can see what they did, but is anyone calling them on it? No, dude. They just did it and they're like, sorry. I'm like, oops, yeah, we did that to you. Oops. Whatever. So anyway, like I was saying, I like questioning things. I like, there's a bunch of these topics. There's the moon landing. Did we fake that? Did we really go? There's JFK. There's aliens. Are they real or not? There's, like I said, flat Earth. There's just tons of shit, man. And sometimes I think that conspiracies, like, they don't even have to be like the mystical kind of ones, like aliens and all the, Bigfoot, all those kind of things. I think there's enough conspiracies to go around just in the government, like people doing shit to other people. I think there's plenty of those, man. Like there's some bad people out there and they want to do bad shit. And when you let them, they will do bad shit to us and to other countries. And, it's crazy. So anyway, that's what I was talking about. Joe Rogan. So he had, Alex Jones, and dude, this was like a 4 hour and 45-minute podcast, and it was long as shit. And they were just talking about, how Alex Jones is. He's just yelling and talking about this and that, and just how he gets if you've seen him. He just yells and gets his face all red and shit. And the crazy thing about him, he says a lot of crazy shit, but sometimes he's right, and that's the crazy part. Like sometimes you gotta take him serious, and sometimes you're just like, dude, calm down. There's, calm down, man. But anyway, that was a fun one to watch. And so where do I stand on some conspiracies? Let's say I haven't done enough research, but this is just my base opinion of a few things. So JFK, I don't think he acted alone. I think from what I know, JFK wasn't popular as far as with anybody, really. He was kind of pushing against everybody, and everyone's like, kind of looking at this guy like, what the fuck? So I don't think JFK acted alone. I think it was a bigger plan than just Oswald, shooting. I think he's part of it. I'm not denying that he's part of it, but I don't think it was just him, coming up with some plan by himself. It's fucking nuts to think that a president was just rolling around in a convertible, like, a different time, and I guess that they learned a hard lesson, but can you imagine that shit? He's just rolling around, fucking head out in the open around all these people. Like, I don't want to say that was bound to happen, but it's kind of bound to happen. So I don't know. But so yeah, JFK, don't think he acted alone. Aliens, I don't know. I go back and forth with aliens because this has been a thought of mine for a while. I think a great way to unite the country, the world really, into being scared enough to give up all our rights and be like, yeah, let's do a one world government and, we'll figure it out later because these fucking aliens are here. I think the best way to do that is an alien invasion. So if you, I don't know if it's the government or who would do it, but if you could figure out a fake alien invasion, dude, I think that's the best way to get a one world government in a snap. You know what I mean? Like everyone would be freaked out. We'd be like, okay, we have this crazy threat that we all need to, handle. Government, we're ready to just do whatever you want. We need to handle this. And I think it's a smart way to do it if you're trying to get a one world government, But in general, I don't know. I want to believe in aliens. They're a cool concept, but are aliens just us in the future? Or are aliens, since there's a bunch of other like Earth-like planets, is it just another story of what happened here? And is it going on over there and they just kind of, evolved differently and, are on different timelines so they're ahead of us? Or, I'm sure there's ones way behind us too. So Are they us, or are they just like a whole different thing? I don't know. And then what would they be coming here for? Like if there's that many Earth like planets, I'm sure they're checking them all out. So maybe we've been checked out before. If they're real, maybe I don't know. I've heard the argument before that maybe tens of thousands of years ago, when we were still like cave people, that they came and they kind of pushed our evolution along, and gave us technology, gave us kind of planted the seed of what we're becoming. So over time that we would get to, I would say, this point. Like I think we're right on the verge of turning from regular humans to something else, and not in a few ways. As far as technology goes, as far as medicine goes, I think I don't know, we might become like cyborg kind of people. And I guess that's good. I mean, I think like modern medicine and stuff is going to be amazing. Like I'm 24 right now. I think in my 50s, when I'm, so let's say, 26 years from now, when I'm 50, I think modern medicine is going to be ridiculous. I'll probably feel like I'm 24 right now when I'm 50. Like I just think aging will be it'll be different. We won't, I don't know if we're going to die as quickly, or we'll just have a healthier life, like a more fluid body and whatever until we die, or they're just going to keep us alive for hundreds of years. I don't know. And doesn't that become a problem if we're alive for hundreds of years? Because I'm not a huge subscriber to overpopulation. I mean, only because if you ever travel, you look around how much space there is. I think it's ridiculous to say that we're overpopulated. Like, yeah, cities are retarded populated, like just huge numbers of people in one place. But I think if we ever needed to, we could expand. There's lots of places that we could still build and whatever. So I don't know if I believe in overpopulation, but wouldn't it be a problem if we have that many people? So let's say I'm 150 and then you have kids just being born, I don't know. It's a weird thing to think about, of living that long. So I don't know. But like I said, I think we're becoming something weird, something new. I think to this point we've been humans, we're just regular people living lives, we're born, we grow up, we die, and around a normal lifespan. But I think now we're just going to become something where we're intertwined with technology, and medical technology is just going to, like I said, either keep us alive super long or make us do ridiculous robot kind of shit. And I don't know, man. It's going to be weird, but we're going to live it. Like we're living it right now, honestly. I think in these next 10 years, probably, we're going to start seeing just stuff that, I don't know if it freaks us out. Like people my age, I don't know if it freaks us out, because we're kind of like I don't know, what do I want to say? Like the last generation of normalcy. Like we're about to go into this, this change. But I would say like kids nowadays, so if they're like 18 or younger, you've probably always had a smartphone and, just like the modern shit. So you don't really know life without it. Kids, people my age that grew up, what it was like. You had even just old TVs. You remember those the box TVs, like the heavy ass ones? Like that was a thing. Or fucking old gaming consoles. To look at games nowadays amazes the shit out of me. Like I see the graphics, I see the detail, and to know not even that long ago that you had a Nintendo 64 and you had to fucking, if the game doesn't turn on, you got to take out the cartridge, blow in it, put it back in just the right way, wiggle it, and you turn it on, and you're like, there it is. Like kids will never know what the fuck that's like. And just to see, I don't know, it's crazy just to see what's changing. CDs were a thing. Remember the iPod? Like that was a huge thing. And like, it's crazy that came and went. Like the iPod was such a huge innovation. We were like, oh my God, all this music space in my pocket. It's amazing. And totally got replaced by phones. Like what do you need an iPod for? You have it on your phone, Phones are crazy. Something Alex Jones was talking about. I kind of believe it. He was talking about how phones are, they're kind of mind controlling. Like they're designing them like that. I don't know how much I believe that I don't know. I can see that they're designing them to be mind controlling, but I just think us in general, we kind of got addicted to stimulus, I've heard the example before that pretty much just slot machines in our pocket. Like whatever social media that you use, or whatever, even just text. Like anytime you get a new notification and you look at your phone, you get a little, bump in your mind. It's like a high. It's like a high that you want over and over, and that your phone's giving you over and over. So it kind of has our full attention. I know you've seen people that can't stay off their phone while they drive. They can't, they freak out if they don't have their phone on them. And to a certain degree, I'm one of those people too. Like we all kind of are. We get so attached to it, and it's just so a part of our daily life that it's crazy to be without it. And that's probably not a good thing. I don't know. Especially, I wonder how it's going to affect kids growing up with, iPads and phones. It's crazy. If I had a kid, I think I would definitely watch. First of all, what are they watching? Because I don't watch, cartoons and shit. But last time I did, it's crazy to. I don't know if it's just me. Like, am I just being an old fucking get off my lawn kind of guy, or is it really weird? But last time I saw some cartoons, I was like, dude, this is fucking weird. Like, did cartoons take a weird direction, or did I just grow out of being a kid? I don't know. But anyway, like I said, it'll be weird to see young kids nowadays that don't know anything else but technology. It'll be weird to see what that breeds. Are they gonna? Is the next genius gonna, come out of that? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, what else? Um, fucking is Elon Musk like our Tesla, or our genius, our Albert Einstein? I think so. Or is he evil? I don't think so. I mean, he kind of seems like a weird mix of like a supervillain and like a superhero. He's kind of just a regular dude. Like, I've seen him talk, and he's ridiculously smart. I'm not saying he's regular as far as, he kind of seems like he wants to be regular, but he's not. He's like this crazy brilliant person who has all these ideas that are changing the world. And I just in a weird way though, I could see him being a crazy like villain. And I hope not, because he's way smarter than all of us, and if he's a villain, we're screwed. But like his fucking Tesla, what is it? The D100, that new, I think it's the Roadster. No, I don't know. It's the D100 though. But anyway, that car's so fast. I've never been in a Tesla. I've been in some electric cars, and it's weird. It's a new experience to, whatever. But to know that thing goes 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds is ridiculous, and it doesn't make a damn sound. He's leading us to the future, and he's a fucking, yeah, SpaceX, and that's a crazy company. And, he's just sending cars up in space whenever he wants. He wants to do Mars. Something that frightens me is he's scared of AI, where that's going to go and how intelligent it can be and what it's going to do to us. For him to be scared, why wouldn't we be scared? Like, who's not listening to Elon Musk? If he says something, why wouldn't we listen? So I don't know who's designing AI. I think it's a few companies, like, and I don't know how to stop it either. Like, because people want to innovate, so like they're not going to stop, but like, is it going to keep going and it's going to be too late to fix shit, or what's going to happen? I don't know. That's going to be, that'll happen in the next like 20 to 30 years too. Like AI will have like, you already have those home things, like, controls your whole house and shit. Like, that's just the beginning. Like, can you imagine in 20 years from now, like, we'll probably have robot butlers and shit. But is it going to be smart enough to like take over or like start questioning us, the creator? Is it going to be like, well, these people aren't good for the earth, we need to eliminate them? You've seen those fucking movies. Like, is it going to turn on us? I don't know, man, but it's crazy to think about, right? But yeah. Anyway, I want to move on to spotlight number 2, and this one is a talented artist I know, and we're going to move on to the spotlight now. All right, so like I said, another talented artist that I know, his name is Cortui, and he is a rapper. I think he does some kind of R&B. Like I've heard him sing before, so I guess I'd call that R&B slash rap. But anyway, he's a talented person. He has all his music on all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. Uh, if you want to hear his stuff, SoundCloud, all you gotta do is look him up because it's definitely out there. I know he plays shows, once in a while. So if you ever want to get to know any of these artists that I spotlight or whatever, follow their pages, follow their social media because I guarantee you'll find what you want. You'll find some shows, you'll find their music, you'll get to know them a little bit, and that's cool. So look Cortui up on Facebook, all the music streaming platforms. Give him a listen. He's a nice person, so go to his shows. Show him some support. He's a Colorado artist, and I love Colorado artists. So anyway, that's spotlight number 2, Cortui. All right, we're back, and I don't know about you all. No, I do know. I think all of us have thought about what we would do if we were ridiculously rich. And my mom is moving, so I was helping her just move some shit yesterday or whatever. And you know what I was thinking? If I was rich, like, yeah, I'd buy all the cars and the sweet house and take vacations and, all the cool shit. But the one thing I was thinking, if I was rich, I'd be like, I would never, ever touch a damn thing again when I moved. I would hire so many people to move all my shit. Like, all right, well, bought a new house, time to kick back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not touch a damn thing, and it would be great because moving sucks ass. It's the worst, man. Thankfully, I've not had to move a lot of times in my life, but damn, it sucks every time. Now that I'm in a place by myself or whatever, it's nice to not have, like, I have some shit. I have, enough. Like, I'm a guy. I think guys in general have less shit than women, unless you're a hoarder or whatever. But so I have shit, but it's not a ridiculous amount. But like someone like my mom has so much stuff. I don't know. I don't think she's a hoarder, but when we move, when I'm helping her move, it's like, Mom, you have so much shit. What do you like? And of course I've been in her house and it's like none of this stuff is out. Like, what do you need all the stuff for? I don't know if it's just guys in general or like it's just a certain personality type, but me, I don't mind getting rid of shit. Like, if I'm not using it, it can go. It's taking up space, and I want the space. I don't want the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but my mom has a lot of stuff. And it's just funny to me. But yeah, like I said, if I was rich, I would never touch a couch, touch a bed. Nothing. I would go on vacation and be like, all right, I'll see you suckers in 2 weeks. All this stuff should be set up, and I'm going to be ready to come home and chill. And I'm not touching nothing. So, yeah, anyway, I was thinking about that because, like I said, moving blows big time. I was looking at TVs this morning, and I don't know why, but something I want in my house is just a ridiculously big TV. I was looking at like 85-inch TVs, and they're like $5,000, and I was like, yeah, that one will do. I'm super blind, and it's not like I can see the TV that great anyway. I think I just want one just because, why the hell not? Who doesn't want awesome, cool shit in their house? Same, like, I don't play video games or whatever, but would I buy like the latest system? Probably. I don't know. Money doesn't, money can't buy happiness, but it can buy a lot of cool shit. I think, I don't know. I feel super jealous of those people who find their passion. So like comedians or musicians or athletes, you can make so much money doing what you love. I mean, that's what we all want to do, right? But I'm jealous of those people that have their passion and it's making them a great living. That should be everybody's goal. But just to be rich, like, I heard this question the other day, like, would you rather have $1 million and go to a job you hate or make $40,000 a year and do something you love? And me, I would definitely rather make $40,000 a year doing something I love because, like I said, money doesn't buy you happiness. Like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. For me, at least, having $1 million a year, sounds cool, but how hard are you working to get it? And if you really hate your job, you know, it just doesn't sound fun. But if you get to do something you love every day and it's not really work, and you make enough to have a house and live a normal life, that seems like you know seems okay to me. I think being miserable and rich doesn't sound fun, but being kind of broke but happy as fuck sounds like a good life to me. But that's just me. Everyone has, some people are like, yo, Michael, nah, dude, I'd have money all day. I'd go to a stupid job I hated and work 17 hours a day. And if that's you, sweet, man. But it's not me. Not me. Um, Something I kind of been wanting to try. I've never done it before, but like a multiple day fast where I don't eat, just drink water all day. I'm a huge fan of intermittent fasting, and I've talked about it before. And if you know anything about me, you're like, Michael, again with the intermittent fasting? Yes, again, because it's so beneficial and it's really cool. But I've never actually tried a full day fast, you know what I'm saying? And especially multiple days. So I just been thinking about it. Like, I wonder how it would feel. How would I feel? I like to think of myself in, especially like what, just when I'm fasting in general, like intermittent fasting. But I like to think of myself as a more, how do I want to say it? A more older person, like from the past. You know what I'm saying? Like in like tribal kind of people in the past, like they didn't have what we have today. Like if they're not eating snacks all the time, they're not eating all the processed shit and whatever. They probably got to eat once a day, and they were running around and doing shit all day, and they were fine. I like to take that mindset of you know think about their life and what they did, and it helps me get through mine. Like, am I a little hungry sometimes? Sure, but do I need to eat right now? No, not really. Like, I know the food's there, and that's a comfort, and that's pretty cool to live in this time. I appreciate it, of course, but to think about their life, like they didn't have food. And if they're going to get something, they're going to catch it and they're going to eat like a king once a day. And I don't mind that approach personally. Sometimes, though, when you fall off the wagon, because it happens to all of us, like you eat healthy and then you're like, man, I'm with my family, so I'm going to have some pizza, or uh, fucking Josh brought some pink cookies. Fuck, I gotta have a couple of those. Sometimes you fall off the wagon or whatever, but where it gets dangerous for me, at least with fasting, like when sometimes I fast all day and I just eat one big meal within like an hour and a half or so. It's dangerous because when I fall off the wagon, I can eat a bunch, you know, of bad shit all at once, and that's not good. That's never good. So it's anything you do in life is a habit. Winning is a habit, but losing is also a habit. So winning as far as anything, your job, your fitness, your goals. You can win, you can establish good habits, or just as easily you can get into bad habits. And I would say easier, you can get into bad habits, because bad habits are more fun most of the time. If you embrace the suck, some, like, especially with weight loss and fitness and stuff, sometimes it sucks to work out. Like sometimes at first it does. Before you're doing it, you're like, man, I kind of don't want to lift today, or damn, I don't really want to do some cardio. But if you embrace the suck afterward, you're like, hey, glad I did that, But it's way easier to just be like, I'm just going to sit here, eat some chips, watch TV, and do nothing. That's way easier of a choice, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, bad habits are way easier to form, but you got to push yourself to form the good habits, of course. Same with eating. You can either freaking choose to eat the good shit and feel good about it, or eat the bad shit. You still feel good about it at the time, but it's not going to help you achieve your goals. So, whatever. So, what's coming up for me in March? Still got River Run, of course. We're recording our ridiculously big double album, 30 songs, and we're still in the middle of that. I guess, it takes so long, such a process to record for a band, at least. Like if you're a rapper or whatever, it's way easier because you have the beat. It depends if you're making the beat or not. If you're not making your own beats, being a rapper is fucking easy. honestly. Like if you know how to write songs, being a rapper is fucking easy. If you have all your beats set up, all you gotta do is sit there and do it. Get in front of the mic and do all your takes. Like, yeah, your takes might take some time, but overall, it's not that fucking hard. But being in a band is hard as shit sometimes to record it because you have to get the right sound, you have to have the right mics, you got to get the right room, you got to make sure the take is good all the way through. Because you're not just building the lyrics, you're not just building the story. You're building a story with instruments also. So it's not just like it's just a way bigger process. And then you have to mix it all and shit yourself. I mean, we are at least. So we're in the middle of that, but I'm happy with how it's coming out. We have a lot of different sounds. It's not just like 30 metal songs because that'd be boring as shit. Like we have a lot of different feels, and that's cool. It's just taking so long. So I don't know. I projected it out in my head, and I could see this going all the way to December, man. Like might be to next year. And will I be patient and wait? Yeah, but it's like shit, man. It's taking forever. Forever. A cool idea we had though. I think we've never been the best singers. I like to sing. I like to sing country songs and whatever, and I like to rap. But I don't think I have the best metal voice. When I do metal songs, it kind of reminds me of some Alex De La Rocha, some Rage Against the Machine kind of stuff. That's my kind of vibe because I rap or whatever. So that's who I like to compare myself to, ish. I wish I had like a M Shadows kind of voice though. I love that dude. That guy can sing. He just has the right kind of gravel. It's cool. But anyway, I haven't found it yet. Gotta keep exploring to find more and more myself. But for now, I don't have it, and neither do Everett and Josh. As far as singing goes, they can scream. Their screams are cool, but sometimes the song doesn't need screams; it needs some singing. So anyway, our idea was to have a bunch of features on our album. So we're the band, kind of how Santana, he's a guitarist, but he doesn't sing. Like Santana has, he's worked with a bunch of people. We're kind of having that vibe. Like we're the band, and we provide the music, and I'll even write the songs. We have a bunch of songs that are already written, and I'll write the rest that don't. But I think we want some people to sing them for us. So that'll be fun to see how that goes. I don't know how it's gonna go. My other idea is it's cool being in this age of YouTube and just videos in general like this. I have my own show pretty much, and I was thinking about doing I guess it's documentary style, but of us, and not only us, but if we do that idea of having all those features sing on our album, I'd want to record it, and it'd kind of be like a reality show. Like I would interview them. We would all set the cameras up, the lights up, record them, get to know them a little bit, record them while they're trying out to sing our songs, and then if they don't work out, they don't work out. But have shots of us talking about it. Have make it like a TV show. That's what I've been thinking. And why not? If people want to watch that, I would watch it. And I think you should do things because you want to do it. And do I think it's something cool? And I think people will watch it. Yeah. And do I want to do it too? Yeah. So I think it's a cool idea, and see how that goes. But I don't know. I just have producer kind of ideas in my head, like TV, just TV like this is not really. It's TV. It's a podcast, but it's like just setting up the shots. I like setting up the lights. I like editing. Editing kind of sucks, but when you're done with it, it's just like anything. Like sometimes things suck at first, but when you're done with it, you're like, all right, that's cool. I'll do it again next week. So yeah. So we'll see what the hell happens with that. Anyway, what else is going on? Dude, yesterday I didn't have to go to my class, and it was amazing. Can't believe it. Feels weird. First time in 7 months that I haven't been in a class on a Wednesday. And it's freaking sweet, dude. I can't wait to see if I get off probation early. I hope so. And as soon as I do, I am hitting up a liquor store. I'm buying something just because I can, not because it's whatever. Just because I can, and I'll be like, woo! All right. Time to get a little buzz. Saying I'm gonna buy a joint or whatever. I don't know, dude, something, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. It'll be interesting to watch myself and see what I do with complete freedom. Am I gonna? I don't think I will, but it's a possibility. Am I gonna start getting fucked up all the time and just enjoy partying, or am I gonna be able to keep it in moderation and just do it when I want to? But it's not gonna be every day or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. I think going into it right now, I want to do moderation. I don't want to have to smoke or drink every day because I just don't think I don't think it would be super beneficial to me overall. I've experienced being clear headed, and I like it. I think it's something I want to continue. Not all the time, but something I don't want to have to get fucked up every day. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be fun to see the balance and whatever and see how that goes. What else is going on? Man, that might be it. Um, as I always say, and never changes, but there's an open invitation if you want to be on the show. All you gotta do is hit me up. For now, I'm doing these by myself because having a guest, it just takes some coordination. Like when are you free? When am I free? You know, so doing it by myself is sometimes easier, but I do enjoy having guests because sometimes rambling at you for 40 minutes to an hour is fucking hard. It's like sometimes it's like, damn, dude, I don't have much else to say. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So anyway, like I said, always an open invitation. You want to come on the show, you're an artist, you're a musician, you're just a regular person, you got some shit on your mind, we can bounce back and forth, talk with each other, whatever. So if you're watching this far, thanks for watching. This is Chillin with Friends. I'll talk to you next time.